Hello everybody, this is Dumpster Cat. Welcome back to another Pioneer video. In this one, we're gonna try some new things. I've kind of been in an oblivion, it seems, of going like 2-3, 1-4, the occasional 3-2 and 4-1 here and there, but definitely as of late I have not had the most ideal success with BGX in Pioneer. I am glad that we are making some kind of innovations in the archetype as a whole, with different communities coming together, different people getting good results. There has been a 5-0 as of late that I've kind of based my understanding off of for this deck list. And, you know, some of those inclusions take form of the 3 drops. I think the 3 Trespasser, 2 Liliana, 2 to 3 Liliana, and then 3 Glissa has kind of become stock in BGX. This is quite akin to Rakdos midrange decks, although they do not play Liliana. Glissa has kind of, I guess, kind of been a fable of sorts, although she's not as powerful, or I guess not as inherently powerful. I do believe that she can snowball more than Fable can. In that sense, she has a higher ceiling than Fable. And she has applications elsewhere. I just played a match in the tournament practice lobby where I just cast Glissa 2 games against green-white auras, and they were simply not able to attack because they couldn't find a trample effect or a flying effect. And if they did, I had the removal, the decays, terror sunders, trophies for it. And so Glissa, just kind of, you know, basing our understanding off of that and her applications against aggro, of course mid-range, control, she's not even bad. Even like game 1 against Lotus Field, I don't mind her as an attacker that could have some synergies as such as getting rid of an omniscience or things like that that are a little uncommon, I will say. But she's overall just a great inclusion, I think, to the archetype as a whole, and I have been loving her as of late. Same thing with Pack Leader. I think it's pretty stock to play Pack Leaders now as the 2-drop of choice. The 5-0 was not playing Pack Leader, however. They were more on a bigger list with emphasizing 3 Shieldred, only 2 Chariot, and fewer 2-drop creatures. Played Outland Liberator as well. I don't like Liberator too much. I think that is definitely a viable card. I would play it over a card like Kangaroo Bloom, for example. However, I think that Pack Leader is just really powerful. With creativity, you can make the case that perhaps Pack Leader is not the most powerful, as all of the burn spells are able to kill it most often. However, I like Pack Leader. I've had the most success with Pack Leader as a 2-drop creature, so I'm keeping him in. The main addition, in terms of at least the 2-drop creatures, comes in the form of leveraging Shadow over Skoos. As of late, Skoos hasn't been the most powerful. Obviously, I find it quite necessary in decks or matchups such as Phoenix and Greasefang, of course, has the relevance against humans, any other aggressive deck, even Rakdos as well. But Skoos is just, my thinking behind this is just a bit too slow. The advantage that we can gain off of him is just not as good as it kind of used to be. And so Shadow is kind of the new tech. Shadow is great against Mono Green, obviously, but also just grows with the game, which I think is kind of what you have to be thinking about in Pioneer, is cards that are good at face value, but also grow with the game. So we're, you know, looking at cards like Glissa, Trespasser, Liliana, Shieldred, the prime example of something like that, right? Really just kind of being a brick wall for your opponent. Shadow kind of playing that role, and then almost playing like a mini Skoos effect, although, you know, my boomer understanding lends myself to play Skoos over Shadow more often. I'm trying to kind of branch out a bit and play different cards that people have been testing with to some pretty decent success. And if this channel is all about furthering our exploration of the BGX archetype in Pioneer, then I really should just open up myself a bit more. So I'm going to be trying to do that in this video. Yeah, along those lines, Shadow, quite powerful card. If you leave mana up, then it's great against burn spells, Dice of Fatal Push, and, you know, whatever Dreadbore otherwise. But Shadow, just overall pretty nice card and pretty nice inclusion, and I like having 3. There is some tension, however, with having Shadow, Skoos, and Trespasser, with Skoos and Trespasser getting worse if you also have a Shadow in play. However, I think if we have, that many creatures in play, it shouldn't be too much of a worry, and it's not like we're going to be seeing that too much with at least these numbers. Other than that, I would say the main thing that I also want to be exploring is the 2-drop removal spells. The deck that 5-0'd, and just a lot of people as of late, have been playing Terra Sunder main deck, either 1 or 2 slots, and then Power Word Kill as either like 2, perhaps I've seen some people play 3 in the main deck as of late. This is where I feel like I have a bit more of a adamant opinion. I think that Decay is on average better than a card like Power Word Kill in most matchups. However, I think that having a diversity of removal spells may just be a bit better. As you can see here with this example, we're kind of replacing the 4th Decay with Terra Sunder and then the 3rd trophy with Power Word Kill. And I think that's probably correct. I still really love Decay against decks like Mono White Humans. It's just so good against their sideboard and just their main deck in general. I like Decay in that sense, but Terra Sunder just has a lot more applications, and being able to have the flexibility of just being a 4-mana hit anything, especially game 1 against creativity, is pretty big. I think that I like main decking at least 1 Terra Sunder, or at least just trying it out, right? As the main point of this video is that. Same thing with Power Word Kill. I know a lot of people don't like the downside of Trophy. I think Trophy is really good in this deck, and we don't really care too much about the downsides of, giving the opponents land drops. Obviously, it's a bit more detrimental against aggro, but I think it's kind of a necessary evil. We're not really able to revolt Fatal Push that often in this deck, as compared to a deck like Rakdos, which has, like Fabled treasure tokens, blood tokens, of course. So we really need to leverage the removal that we do have that can hit everything. And so I'm gonna make some sort of a concession here with the trophies in the in the form of adding the Power Word Kill, but I think Trophy is still pretty powerful. But again, I do just want to have a diversity of removal spells rather than going with the usual like 3-3 split of Decay and Trophy, or 4 and 2, what have you. Just because a lot of people have been having success with it, and so I want to branch some things out, try some new things out, that sort of thing. Main deck, the only other addition is Knight of the Ebon Legion, kind of going off the same lines of Misery Shadow. Just an inherent card, like an inherently powerful card, a very low investment at just 1 mana, but can grow with the game, be an actively powerful threat, works extremely well alongside Pack Leader, where we're able to go like turn 1 Knight, turn 2 Pack Leader, turn 3 swing in, and then threaten activation of Knight, and then even if we don't activate Knight and we still get in with the damage, Knight will still get the 4 damage trigger of being able to pump himself. So really love that about him. And then even if he dies just to a stomp or some sort of burn spell or a fatal push, then that's usually going to be either like a mana equal or a mana advantage for us, as if they're going to either spend 1 mana or 2 mana to kill this most often. And so I don't mind that too much, as just, again, a cheap threat that scales with the game and makes sense in the mid-range archetype, if we're basing our understanding of creatures being good that can just, at face value be a powerful threat, but also scale with the game quite nicely in Pioneer. So I think I like Knight, and I've been wanting to have an extra 1-drop, just kind of smooth out the curve just a bit more and have some more resilience in terms of threats, as just having like Pack Leader and Glissa and Trespasser as our main threats, at least in like the 3 and below slots, has been alright, but I feel like I've just been wanting one more cheap creature, and I think Knight is probably the best that we have access to, and I'd rather have him over, say, like another 2-drop, such as like Canker Bloom, Outland Liberator, another Scooz or Chevel. I don't think Chevel is too playable, unfortunately, especially if we're on the Shadow Plan. The synergy there does not work out quite accordingly. So yeah, I just like Knight. And yeah, 3 chariots, 1 shield druid. I have mentioned that I don't really have the budget for multiple shield druids, just 1 at the moment, so I do apologize for that, but I think we could kind of work our way around it. You know, having 1 is great. I think chariot is also a great card. You know, again, just basing our understanding of cards that are inherently powerful but scale with the game, chariot is just fits that perfectly, is uniquely great against Rakdos, and, you know, just fine against any other aggressive deck. And so I don't mind playing the chariots here over the additional shield druids, although typically I would probably play more shield druids. Just don't have the budget for it, and to be honest, I don't really like playing cards like this, which are just like kind of like don't take much brain power, and you just stick it on the battlefield whenever you can, and it just kind of takes over the game on its own. Rakdos, I'm definitely looking at you. But yeah, moving on to the sideboard, I have also made some considerable changes. These 10 cards have stayed the same. I think these are pretty stock, at least in my opinion. Noxious Grasp being like the one that's probably the least stock and the one that the least people play. However, I really like Grasp as just an additional removal spell against mono green, having flexibility against decks like Blue-White Control, hitting like Wandering Emperor into Fairy, and then obviously being a hoser against mono white and kind of a premium removal spell, I guess, next to Abrupt Decay. As they do out of the sideboard have cards like Wedding Announcement and Ossification, things like that. But yes, I still like the Grasps as a sideboard slot, I do believe. These 5, however, are a bit new. I have taken out the Ritual of Sits overall and replaced them with a Kalidas and an additional power word kill. My understanding, and at least the most success I've had when playing against aggro decks, you know, taking mono white as the prime example, I haven't really liked Ritual of Soot. The way at least I play the games is just 1-for-1ing the opponent and then getting in with creatures later on or while they're kind of amassing their board. And the way that I've been playing out the matches is just kind of 1-for-1 in the early game and get them to where they're top decking, or at least just have like 1 card in hand, and then establish our clock. And so in that case, I don't really like Ritual of Soot because it overlaps with a lot of our own creatures, and again, it just like doesn't really play in the 1-for-1 pattern that I like. There is obviously the X-for-1 potential that it has, and it definitely kind of gets us out of some certain bad situations. But I think I like just the power word kill, and then Kalidas along those lines, obviously being nice against aggro, but being also an addition that we could bring in against mono green, sacrifice variants, things like that. Even, I guess probably wouldn't want this against vehicles, but other like aggro mid-range variants that we may come across, you know, Rakdos being one of them, Kalidas is quite nice. Along those lines of being having some extra insurance against Rakdos is these 3 cards. We've seen Bankbuster and Thrun in the past, but Shaper Sanctuary is a really new one that I've been talking to some commenters and some subscribers about. Shaper Sanctuary, I have debated playing 2. I'm just going to start with 1. I like having Bankbuster in the Rakdos or any other mid-range matchup, but I think Sanctuary is uniquely good in the sense that it could provide you know, X-for-1 potential. Of course, we do need, the only bad thing about this is top decking it, because we do need threats on the battlefield to make it actually good. However, it dodges all of the removal that they have access to. I've been seeing Rakdos main deck Abrade a lot lately, and so I'm kind of iffy, kind of don't feel the best playing sideboard Bankbusters as our only option against them. Obviously, we do have Thrun, but I like having the access to another cheap wave, a cheap sideboard playing option for them. I think Shaper Sanctuary is probably the best, and I like the aspect of them not really being able to interact with it pretty much at all. And then Thrun, lastly, is just, you know, in a deck that has 24 lands, I'm a bit wary of playing 5-drops. My league where I initially started with him, I was just never able to cast him, but I'm going to give him some extra shine today just because I think he's really powerful. Even like not against Rakdos, he has some synergies elsewhere against being like a threat against control, even being alright against like sacrifice is, you know, pretty relevant in my opinion. So do like Thrun overall, I think the sideboard is nice. It has the utilities that I kind of enjoy at face value, and then some new additions. I guess that's the same thing with the whole archetype. I have made some concessions or some changes to the mana base, just to accommodate the pack leaders, and then of course Liliana's, and then we do need some extra black mana turn 1, so I have made some extra accommodations, including Deathcap Glade, and then unfortunately reducing our manlands, which shouldn't be too much of a bad scenario. I think that the manlands are not like a seriously important part of our game plan, but they do come up sometimes. So hopefully with just one of each of these, we're going to be okay. And not having utility elsewhere is a little disappointing with like Field of Ruins, but at least with this mana base, I haven't really been able to fit one in with having or needing to have 21 green sources that come into play untapped on turn 2 is quite problematic. That's the requirement that Pack Leader calls for. So mana base is kind of tight. If we weren't playing Pack Leader, it would open up a lot of possibilities with playing more manlands, Field of Ruin, other cards like, I guess, Castle Lochthwain, things like that. However, with the Pack Leader, I think Pack Leader makes the most sense as a 2-drop in this style of deck, so I think I'm going to go for it and test it out. With that being said, I would like to thank the patrons, give a big thank you to the patrons. We have Al, Andrew, Naughty Grandpa, and then Philip as our newest patron. All of you guys are under the Dumpster Trespasser tier, which means the world to me. I've been trying to put more time and effort into these videos for you guys and upload on a more consistent schedule and basis. And so you guys, your support just means the world to me and really, really helps me out a lot. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the subscribers and all the viewers. It really means the world to me. I'm kind of really want to keep the channel growing. We're on a good pace right now. And so, yeah, all of your support means the world to me, and I really appreciate it. With that being said, though, let's get into the matches. Okay, here we are for match number 1. We are on the play with a bit of a painful hand in terms of the mana base, but I think we keep it nonetheless, as it's well-rounded. Yeah, would like to see an aggressive deck with this hand, but I guess we'll just get the information. Really excited to start out this deck. I've, again, haven't had the most success with this deck, so I'm really looking forward to playing more of it. Castle Lochthwain makes me think Rakdos. Bankbuster, okay. So we're going to have to take 2 life, but we will decay that turn 1, or rather turn 2. Do not want them being able to untap with that. Okay, so now we have the option of either going for Glissa or Liliana. I think my first inclination is just to play Glissa. I do think I want to play one of the 3 drops here. I don't think passing, I mean, they get the worst thing that would happen if they have a power word kill. But if they want to be spending their turn on that, I think that would be alright with us. I think I will just get out the tomb while we can. Saves us a teeny bit of life in the long run with this kind of awkward mana that we've been dealt. But being able to untap with Glissa, having that potential rather, is very nice. Okay, they do have a powered word kill, which is a little disappointing, but again, if they're just spending their turn 2 with, or turn 3 with that, then that's alright. And they did not hit their 3rd land, which is pretty nice for us. So now we just slam the Liliana, and then no 5 drops in the deck, so I think I'm just discarding the extra land. It's scared to stomp, okay. Okay, they hit their 3rd land, they have Fable. They have a Dreadbore. Okay, sure. It's a pretty good one. I'm not sure why they tapped their mana like this. I don't think that really means much though. Okay, drawing Decay wasn't too ideal, but that's okay. I suppose it's good if they have like a Trespasser here. Okay, sweet. So they take our Glissa, but we just decay it, and then we're hoping for just more threats. Even like a Knight of the Ebon Legion, the new inclusion, would actually be pretty nice. So decay being uncounterable, we do not have to pay ward, as ward counters. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll play out the land. And just pass. So fortunately we do have the Thrun sideboard for this matchup. Okay. Fable was a good draw for them. Good play. Still stuck on lands though, so we're kind of still in it, but yeah, we needed to draw something like this, which is nice. And I suppose I'll tap my mana like so. Currently 1, 2, just 2 creatures in the graveyard. Possibly more, I suppose, with Fable. Right now. Ooh, they don't discard anything, which is a little surprising given that they were stuck on mana, but I suppose they just drew the Hive. Okay, Power Word Kill is pretty good here. Staving off the advantage that we would gain from the Skoos. And then I guess in case of Kroxa, I'll just exile one more. Yeah, 3 cards in hand, Fable flip next turn. Yeah, Pack Leader wasn't too bad. But yeah, we do need to keep top decking pretty well. Again, like Trespasser, Glissa, Liliana, Knight, any of our 4 drops would be nice, especially Chariot. But we'll see how this goes. Okay, no push right off the bat, that's nice. Wow, okay. Another Power Word Kill. So they have all the removal against us, which is quite good given both of our starts, but that's alright. I will just push the Reflection here. Thoughtseize, I guess, play it now. I don't think it's going to get any better. Okay. It's not a bad one to take. We are just facing 6 damage next turn, so looks like we probably can't really get out of this one. Yep, makes sense. Yeah. Not the best, but that's okay. We'll make them finish it off. Yeah. I don't think there's a single card that lets us get out of this, but yeah. Okay. Go to game number 2. Okay, so we do have the Sanctuary tech and Bankbuster, Thrawn, and then I like Kalidas as well against them, and Tire Sender. Power Word Kill can also be an option. Maybe better than Push. But I think that's it from me. Definitely want to bring out 3 Thoughtseize at least. I've been a bit higher on keeping Thoughtseize against Rakdos as of late, although I typically don't like doing it in a mid-range matchup. Having Thoughtseize for Fable is quite irrelevant. What else is not the best? I mean, I like the rest of our cards. I guess we could trim on some of the 2 drops. Do we need this many Terror Senders? Could probably trim 1. Could probably trim a trophy as well. Misery Shadow. Then 1 more. I guess it may just be the Thoughtseize, honestly. Yeah, I'll stick to my guns and do it like that. On the play, this is a little awkward. Only having 2 lands, but we have 3 castable spells. I'll keep it. It's a little risky, but I think in the mid-range mirror especially, we just really can't be mulliganing too aggressively. Thoughtseize wouldn't be too bad, but getting rid of Thrun is a little annoying. And then I'm just going to pass. No reason to play our creatures into push or stomp would be the worst. Also makes our decay a bit better this turn. Yeah, sweet. So, same start as last game. Land? Sweet, okay. Not ideal with a tap land, but that's okay. Still just keep passing. Now if we hit lands from here on out, or at least 2 more, then I'll be feeling pretty good with Thrun on the battlefield. Okay, Fable. Bankbuster. I think Trespasser is probably your best play. Yeah. Just the most difficult for them to interact with. Yeah. I think that makes most sense. If we drew a land there, then perhaps like Pack Leader would be better. Ooh, choose not to use Fable yet again. Ah, wow. Now that punishes us the most, however. It's quite problematic. Yeah, and we're not trying too much else. I guess just play out Bankbuster and then hold up push, most likely for the Shaman token. But this upticking Liliana is gonna hurt us the most. Wow, shock in a Blood Crypt. What can that mean? Oh, just activate Hive, okay. I think in that case I'll just push that instead of the Shaman. They will attack. They don't use Liliana. Wow, okay. But we don't draw the 4th land. We could try to get lucky and draw off of Bankbuster, hit a land. Or else we're just power word killing the reflection. Yeah, I'm not sure if they just forgot about Liliana or purposefully didn't use it, but I think either way, just killing the reflection is probably like the most effective play. But getting a little greedy and activating Bankbuster is pretty attractive at this state of the game. Okay, now they're upticking. I suppose Scoo's is the worst here. Okay, there's a land at least. I think I'll probably just play out the pack leader. They can edict it away, but can't really do much about that. Yeah, just many things went wrong in this game. The Liliana edict on Trespasser, first off, and then not drawing lands. Second off, not being able to take advantage of Bankbuster. Wow. Okay. So, interesting. So they're doing this and not cashing in Liliana. I guess that's probably the best possible play for us, technically. Because I'll just activate this now to get it out of the way. Okay, so there's a 5th land for Thrawn, but they still have Edict available, which kind of... Well, actually, we can activate Bankbuster in response to that, so it may not be the worst. Red, Fable? Okay. See if they plus. No, so they licked their last card. Okay, well, I'm just going to run out the Thrawn if they have like removal spell for a Bankbuster with Edict on the stack, then so be it. Can't really play around that. But I mean, Thrawn is good. Kind of our only option of getting back into this game. Let's see what they want to discard, though. Kroxa, that's a good one. Makes me want to have kept Scoo's in hand. Yeah, and that beats Thrawn pretty effectively. Yeah, okay, so if they have Stomp here, then they just have Lethal, unfortunately. Yeah. So we're at 6 life, they have 6 power in play, so we have to crew Bankbuster with Thrawn and then sacrifice Thrawn, unfortunately. If we sacrifice Bankbuster, then we're just dead. A little unfortunate, but can't do much about it. And then, yeah, they have Kroxa as well. I suppose I'll actually block like this just to give myself as many outs as possible. We will have to discard the Shadow here if they want to go for Kroxa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they actually don't. No, they do have exactly enough, my bad. So we need like push off the top. Okay, that does count as removal. Let's just pass turn. We can activate Hive as a blocker and still have Decay up, but no, that doesn't work because we need to cast Decay before combat for the Krogsha. So I think we're just dead. Well, we have actually Quagmire. So go for Decay and then have Quagmire for Bone Crusher Giant. Exactly enough mana, so pretty lucky that we have that. And yeah, I'll block like this and not have the not block with Bankbuster. I haven't played with Quagmire in a while, so it feels good that we're getting use out of it. Uh-oh, what is this? Okay, Bank Bus, or Bone Crusher. Bank Crusher. Glissa. Okay. But I think they just still have lethal, unfortunately, if they copy Bone Crusher. Only have one blocker. Or they just act like this. Yeah, dang, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Got a little unlucky, but so be it. If we're gonna lose against anything, it's gonna be Rakdos anyways, so don't mind losing too much. The deck felt pretty functional though, like we were able to kind of get out of that situation there with being stuck on lands, so I was pretty happy about that. And Thrun, although wasn't too good, did serve, you know, a purpose of sacrificing itself to protect us from dying for a turn, so I guess it's alright. Yeah, I'll see you guys for round 2. Okay, here we are for round number 2. We are fortunate enough to be on the play with, yeah, for sure, keepable hand. Sequencing of lands is a little awkward with this one, as we want to play Hive early, but if we want to play Pack Leader on turn 2, we cannot. Opponent mulligans to 6. I think either way, starting with Blooming March is going to be the best. And then we'll see our draw step. Okay, another black deck. Swamp. Okay, I think I'll run out the Pack Leader in the blind. And no push, which is nice. Interesting, so this could be mono black, yeah. I think it is mono black. Haven't played this matchup, so pretty excited. Liliana definitely seems quite good here though, Shieldred as well. Pretty intuitive play of going Edict here. Ooh, if near Deadlands. Phyrexian Arena, okay. Well, that's quite the card against us. We do have some options to fight against it, such as that one. Wow, that was a great draw. Okay, let's start by plussing. I'm thinking I'm just going to put away this Liliana. It's either that or the Shadow. I think it's just Liliana. Well, trying to think, like, worst case scenario, they have like a Phyrexian Obliterator or a Shieldred of their own next turn, so Maybe the second Liliana is worth keeping. Besides, we're not going to play Shadow this turn, or next turn most likely. So I think I like keeping the Liliana for a turn. That may be incorrect though. Yeah, that actually probably would have been incorrect because we could just Edict now. In case they have one of those creatures that I mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, it was probably a bit too conservative of a play. Okay, discard a Grey Merchant. Fortunate enough to top deck the Terra Sender for the Phyrexian Arena, and then we're just swinging. So this is 2 -1 counters for basically 5 mana at sorcery speed. Timoret. Okay. Interesting. Chariot was also quite the good draw. Suppose we plus to start. Two mana available. I'm thinking power word kill from them here. Okay, discard Iktaki Numa. Alright, that's attack. And I think playing Chariot out here is the most flexible option for us. Really tempting just to play Shieldred out, but Chariot is a lot better against removal and kind of really ensures us to be able to win this game. Although they're two quite good options for us. Okay, Gix is not too worrisome. Trespasser. So I think I'm just gonna start by edicting. I don't think they could have anything too relevant in hand. They also technically tap their mana incorrectly, so I feel like they don't have like a push or anything. Play out my Shieldred. I guess we could have attacked with all. Kind of forced them to block. That's okay though. Oh yeah, should have definitely attacked with all with the Shieldred in play. My bad. Yeah, didn't think it mattered too much though, fortunately. Okay, mono black, midrange / devotion. Shaper Sanctuary could be a good one. Kalidas, Thrun as well. Bankbuster. Then maybe some number of these cards. I think in this matchup I definitely don't like Thoughtseize. And then everything else seems pretty good. Same thing kind of like with the last matchup. Probably don't think we need the Terra Senders as much. Just like Phyrexian Arena is like the most prominent one they have. That Terra Sender would be good against. One more cut. Could just be like a pack leader. I guess Shadow is probably the worst against push. Yeah, I'll cut a Shadow. Okay, Great hand here. So I would assume they have very little ways of being able to interact with Bankbuster, which is nice. However, I just had the thought, Invoke Despair is a card they most likely have out of the sideboard, which is a huge detriment to us. So we really should be wary of that one. Okay, Aetherborn is fine. Power Word Kill. They could have like a Gix next turn, so I think I don't feel bad just leaving up Push and just playing the tapped Tomb while we can. Power Word Kill was definitely a good draw. But yeah, leaving up removal and not playing out the Bankbuster there, I think makes sense. I think I'll just push now. I don't think they would have a better 2-drop that we would want to kill, or a 1-drop for that matter. Okay, just hardcast Murderous Rider. Okay, it's fine by me. Deathcap Glade. Okay, I don't think I want a Trespasser here to play around Liliana. Hardcasting Murderous Rider makes me think they either have another one or just have a handful of removal. So I think I kind of just want to go for a Bankbuster here and pass. Could even play Deathcap Glade, leave up a mana to fade having a Fatal Push. Yeah, let's try that. Again, I doubt they have many ways of interacting with this, if any. I don't mind getting hit for 2. I guess their best play is Shieldred, and that wouldn't even be too bad as we just have the removal for it next turn. Just playing the long game makes the most sense to me here. Was very fortunate that they played this out though as a creature. This card is quite problematic for us. Really love this card. This is one of my favorite cards, by the way. Just love the art as well. Okay, Liliana is a decent one. If we Edict, then they could possibly Hive and kill it next turn. But I think I would honestly be fine with that trade. Again, I really feel like they just have a handful of interaction. So perhaps we actually may not even want to play the Liliana in case they have a Swift End. So yeah, I think I'll actually just pass here. They do have the castle lock domain, which we have to take into account. So they're going to use it here, okay. Not going to activate Quagmire. Don't want to Stone Rain myself at this point. Mihawk Massacre on 0, okay. Blooming Marsh. interesting. Okay. So I think this turn we may just want to play Chariot. It's a bit of a difficult call. I definitely still feel like they have another Swift End though. But I guess Chariot would be our best answer, our best threat to play out. They don't even have mana to be able to do that. Or sorry, to activate Castle. So how do we feel about plussing Liliana? Honestly, actually, that doesn't seem too terrible. Plus Liliana, and then keep up Power Word Kill. Kind of pressures the resources a bit, especially when with them tapped out of Castle mana this turn. And then now, oh interesting, okay. Now we get the option of either activating Bankbuster or just killing something. And then just the threat of an active Liliana is very nice. They may feel inclined to activate Hive, which would really benefit us here. Yeah, wow. So this is really, really good for us. This is not a demon, right? It's a beholder. Okay. Yeah, this is just really, really good. Okay. So Liliana goes down to 2. There's another Hive, okay. Ooh, Knight's not a bad one. Yeah, maybe just Chariot plus Knight this turn. I think that should overwhelm them enough. Looks like they have a Wrath effect if they're going to be attacking here. Yeah. Attack us, so definitely have a Wrath effect. In that case, yeah, I'll take it. The way they just passed to their attack phase very quickly makes me think they have another Meat Hook Massacre or some sort of Wrath, so I definitely don't want to be activating my vehicles here. No. Swift End, okay. Read them incorrectly then. Strange, okay. I guess that's fine. Wow, Shielded is great. Excuse me. I think yeah, you know, I'll play out the Trespasser. Maybe a bit too conservative, but I think I like just getting a difficult to deal with threat out on the board and then being able to hold up Bankbuster still. And then just swing in like this. And then just keeping Shieldred as like the mega guarantee of us taking over this game. push. Okay, it's fine. Yep. Knight of the Ebon Legion being a pretty good threat here as well. Okay. Ooh, Kalidas, okay. Honestly, I may just want to play out Kalidas here. They didn't play a land drop, so I feel like they just have another removal spell. Probably just gonna play out the Shieldred. I think it's the most intuitive here. Play Shieldred and then attack. Yeah, I think we still want to be attacking here. Just pressure them as much as possible. Yeah, and then I think I'm just gonna be attacking with Chariot, Trespasser, then maybe Knight as well. No, I'll just go like this. Okay. So I feel like they would double block something here, yeah. Sure. Yeah, I guess their best draw is just a Wrath effect, so I guess this doesn't play too well into that, but if they do have a Wrath, then I'm not feeling like terrible. Either way, we still have our vehicles and then 2 creatures in hand. Okay. Pumping up the Knight as well. Gonna push the Knight. Sure. Push the Knight and not Shielder. Do they have a second push? No second push. I feel like they definitely should have pushed Shielder, right? Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Good for them there. Shouldn't be in too bad of shape though. But maybe with Castle Lockthwain they're in alright shape. Okay, I think I'll just play out my 2 drops here. And then attack. I actually think I'll leave my creatures unblocked for just a sec. I really don't want them to be able to gain life and then not having a token to get value off of Chariot attack. Doesn't make too much sense for me. Oof. Okay, that's a good one. I think now we just want to race them though. Or pressure them rather. Wow, okay. If they top deck a second extinction event, then we would be in pretty tough shape. So I'm thinking... yeah, I think I will get Misery's Shadow bigger. Does this make sense? Well, I guess let's attack like this. Yeah. Okay, make them both 3/3s. Just attack with them too. No real point in activating Chariot, I feel like here. Draw a card. Trespasser. Okay, I guess they're gonna be able to draw an extra card either way, so I'll let them have their Phyrexian Arena for a turn. So if we trophy it now, then they just get a swamp and then they activate Castle Octane. But I want them to be less in the know about the contents of our hand, so I think I'll just pass. Liliana. Okay. Okay, I will sacrifice Shadow. I guess I don't really care about this attack. Okay. It's pretty interesting here. I definitely want to be attacking with, I think, both vehicles. I'm not sure like which creature to play out though, because Cletus can't crew Chariot, so it may just be the Shadow. Or maybe just Trespasser. Yeah, I'll play the Trespasser to better play around an Extinction event. Drain them for 2. Oh, actually, sorry. I guess it it's nighttime, so it's we're able to crew here. Crew. Then I think I'm just pointing it all at them. This is exactly lethal, so they need to have removal. Okay. So play forced. Actually, could have held that for Liliana plus, but I'll just pass now. Now they need to top deck a Wrath. Yark spin liquor. Okay. So if we discard Fatal Push, well, if we keep Fatal Push, we kill Murderous Rider, then we're attacking still for a bunch. I think I'll just discard the push. Cletus is just so good. Even if we don't have lethal next turn. Okay. Yeah, still gonna play out the Cletus though. Then we can crew like this. Yeah. Then just attack with all. They're like at 7 technically, but with let's make treasury token circuit plate chariot after. Just one creature, okay. Removal? No. Okay, still a good one though. Yeah, I think we should be alright here. We just need to get lethal somehow. Okay. So take 4, then gain 2. Trample, so that's lethal. Okay. pretty fun match there. Definitely prefer playing this deck as opposed to Rakdos. But yeah, feels good to get the win. See you guys for match 3. Okay, here we are for round number 3. We're on the draw with a keep. Land and spells. Uh-oh. Another Rakdos deck, it seems like. I think I should still lead with Quagmire. Playing all the mid-range matchups here. Yeah, it's a little... Would have liked to see more diversity, but I guess we'll take the testing. Thoughtseize. Okay, so probably goodbye Glissa, unfortunately. Yep. Mutavault as well. Interesting. Okay, just pass. I will do the same. Okay, so I don't mind this passing order too much, or passing pattern. Guess I will actually just play with the pack leader though. I don't mind if they push this. Okay, no push right off the bat. Thoughtseize is fine. They take Decay, so they have like a Fable or Trespasser. Yeah, I feel like they would have taken Trophy otherwise. Oh. That's pretty unfortunate. Huh, yeah. So I think we have to Trophy that. They're just really likely to have a a push for Hive or some sort of removal. I'm not gonna attack into it. But yeah, that was not the best exchange there. Yeah, I haven't seen too many Rakdos decks main deck Liliana, but it may be more common now. Yeah, maybe just holding the pack leader would have been correct there, though. Probably. Okay, 2 Bone Crusher Giants, okay. Oh, they do that knowing we have push. Yeah, I guess with the 2 hives, they feel comfortable doing that. Yeah, I was gonna block the Midrange with hive, so it makes sense that they did go for it. Push would be really bad. Okay. Oops. So this is actually like fine for us. Take 4 and then we could still push the other giant. If their last card is Shieldred, then I guess good for them. I can't do much about that. Yeah, we're just not top decking much either. So I think I'm just gonna continually block here. Try to... Oh, it has Menace. Whoopsies. Wow, how did I miss that? I've played so much with Hive. Well, now we're in a really tough shape if they have a removal spell. Okay, well, it looks like they're flooding out as well. Yeah. So if we activate Hive 13, then we just go down to 5 because they activate Mutavault as well, so I don't think we could really afford to do that, unfortunately. But yeah, both flooding out, but they have the better creature lands. Now, did they draw push? Or removal? Yeah, wow. Okay, I guess that's something. Keeps us alive. Okay, well, removal spell is nice, but we're still with that on board, so we have to concede. Bit of a strange game for that one, but that's alright. So yeah, same sideboarding. I think, yeah, I'm just going to take out all of the Thoughtseizes. And then just leave in 2 Terror Senders, and then maybe just Misery Shadow to cut. Run it back like so. Yeah, just not the best matchup against Rakdos. Kind of unfortunate that we ran into it twice this league. Okay, on the play. It's a good hand. I will just start out on the Hive. Oh, I guess. Yeah, probably should have started Blooming Marsh, but it's very small changes. Kept in Thoughtseize, okay. It's pretty good. I'll take the Bank Buster. Wow. So they just have like a second Thoughtseize. Drawing Glissa would be nice in that case. No, just nothing. So I think I'll just run out the Glissa here. Actually, I don't know, it's just so bad if they have Liliana. I'll pass. If I had drawn my land, then perhaps I would have, fourth land that is, perhaps I would have gone for the Glissa, so we have guaranteed Chariot next turn. But we just can't really beat a Liliana Edict like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just go with the Chariot. So, I don't know, if they didn't take that with Thoughtseize, then I'm guessing they have a Braid or like a Kolagon's Command would be the worst. Just a Fable. Huh. Interesting. Decay is actually quite good. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to decay that. As in the Fable. I don't think I want them to be having their card selection here. But getting value off of Chariot was kind of unexpected here. Maybe they were thinking that we would get stuck on lands, but I feel like that's kind of an inappropriate play. And I'm still not going to play the Shadow in case of Stomp. Okay. Mutavault. Been seeing a lot more people play Mutavault. Seemingly a better creature land than just like the investment putting into it than Lair of the Hydra or Den of the Bugbear. But I don't know, the color restriction is just terrible. I'm not sure. Okay, Push was a nice draw. Okay, I'll start with the Shadow. Activate Mutavault. Okay. Yeah, then I think I just let that happen. Pass turn. Trespasser. I think I'm putting back Glissa, as bad as that feels. I think Trespasser is going to be a bit more relevant here, being a more of a difficult threat to deal with. So take 8. Yeah, not sure why they didn't just thought seize the chariot. Okay. So we should have lethal now, unless they have a push. Okay. Sweet. So game 3 on the draw is going to be a bit difficult. Do we want to make any changes? I suppose Sanctuary on the draw may not be the best. Do we want to bring in anything else though? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'll just run it back. Yeah, I mean, Chariot is just so good against them. Hopefully we're able to see either Thrun or Shaper Sanctuary this game. Need a good hand though, that's for sure. Okay. I guess while we wait around, can talk about the deck philosophy just a bit. Yeah, I think without having the 3 Shieldred, or without having access to 3 Shieldred, Chariot is just the way to go. It's either that or Vivian. Mark, one of the supporters of this channel, is on a Vivian Arcbow Ranger, the 4-mana triple green one that gives trample and +1/+1 counters to creatures, which is kind of relevant. Okay, yeah, I'll keep this hand. Now the question is, do we go turn 1 Knight? I don't think so. It's just pretty bad against Stomp. Okay, Harvester is pretty good here. Decay. Sure, I'll leave that up. They wisely go straight to attacks. I will just take it. Fable would be pretty bad, yeah. Okay. So I think we have to decay that, unfortunately. Pack Leader. You could go a double creature here. So do we either play around Stomp and play Glissa? or play around power word kill and go with 2 creatures. I think I like the 2 creatures plan. Even if they do have stomp, we could still block the goblin token. Another Fable. That's pretty good. Okay, no push. Oh, you're just gonna kill the knight like that. Interesting. Okay. So now I think I would like to play Glissa. Yeah, it kind of sucks not being able to double spell. Glissa or Trespasser? If they didn't have... Huh. If they didn't have a removal spell for Pack Leader last turn, I mean, I guess they didn't really have to cast it, right? 3 cards in hand, though. I think I don't mind trying to get out Glissa, trying to get the advantage here. It's a really close call, because if they do have removal, then Trespasser is just the better choice. I guess with Fable Chapter 2, they're more likely to go into it, so yeah. I guess Trespasser is the safer play. Then attack? No. Okay, discards 2 lands. That's a good sign. Liliana. Liliana minus. That's pretty good. So, yeah. So I don't like them being able to keep on plussing Chariot here, or sorry, Liliana. But we could save Llanowar Waste in hand and then just play out Chariot. Yeah, we're still needing to draw a removal spell for the flipped Fable, or else that'll really get out of hand. I think this is what we're supposed to do, though, given the resources that we have. Really want to top deck like a Decay or Terra Sender next turn, though. That would be really big for us. Okay, blood token. So they're seemingly just bricking, which is good for us. The thing is, their deck just has so much filtering. But we do have a Chariot. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Whoa. They channeled Takenuma and stomp a token. That's crazy, isn't it? guess they just didn't have another play to make. Holy. Wow. I'm feeling pretty lucky here. Holy, jeez. Huh. Okay. Or just empty their hand? I don't know. Well, now we really want to try some sort of removal. And then we're just like off to the races. Okay, there. It's not too good. So I think we have to attack Liliana for sure. Yeah, I guess not drawing untapped land either. This allows us of activating Hive, which would have been quite nice. But I think the plan is just to go Glissa, Crew Chariot. And then I think I'm attacking with the Trespasser as well. So I have Kolaghan's command, but no creatures in the graveyard. So do we care about any of these? Don't think so. So I'll just take my pack leader. Leave the lucky Knight of the Evolution in the graveyard. Wouldn't be surprised if they just let Liliana die. But yeah, I mean, they could still easily get back into this if they top deck. Looks like another Fable wouldn't be bad. Shieldred. They have a lot of good top decks. I guess sideboard Sky Sovereign. They were clearly thinking about it though. This is a close match. Both matches against Rakdos have been pretty close, although we did go lose both games. We went 0-2 against the first one, but this one has been a lot closer. We also like kind of got mana screwed game 2 against the first match, so kind of makes sense, but this one is very nice. It's been very interesting. Just the Reflection is like the most problematic card right now for us. Because like next turn, yeah, they could get so much value off of it with Bone Crusher Giant, the Goblin tokens. It's pretty problematic. So really hoping they just brick. I kind of doubt they would block with the Reflection this turn, but if they wanted to do that, then be my guest. If they want Liliana to stay alive, then I believe they'd probably just chump block both creatures with their tokens. That's pretty close though. They're clearly taking a while to think about this. Rightly so. Okay, they're making blocks. So they kill Trespasser, but they let Liliana die. Okay. Suppose that makes sense. So active reflection, pretty scary, of course. Just play the Bone Crusher though. Okay, just to land off the top. So now we really need to draw removal off the top to be in this. They make this attack. I don't think I care too much. Do I want to trade? They did that really quickly, so they're pretty adamant about their opinion. It makes not having this cat token makes crewing Chariot a bit worse or more difficult, but I think I'm gonna trade. Just like, ooh, Liliana. Liliana's actually not the best against Mutavault. Okay, let's start with Bankbuster. And then, well, So if we attack with Glissa, then they just activate Mutavault and block it. I suppose we kind of have to start with that though. Yeah. So I should have held Bankbuster. Oh, or they just do this. Okay. So that's fine. Honestly, I feel like we Liliana Edict, get rid of a Mutavault, force them to attack into Liliana. Then we have just a lot of card advantage. Oh, but they're F6'd, so now they have to sacrifice Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, that's the F6 really played to our advantage. Wow. Yeah, now we're looking pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Sky Sovereign is good top deck if they play multiple on the sideboard or the main. The aforementioned Invoke Despair, Shield Grid. But yeah, having like this many permanents on the battlefield with so much diversity of application makes me quite comfortable. And then like Glissa attacking, threatening to kill a Kiki-Jiki is nice. Obviously they just block with Mutavault, but really still like being in that position of just continually pressuring their resources. Feels really good to be in this position against Rakdos. But yeah, definitely them being F6 and being able to get rid of the giant was quite crucial. I will say last turn. Okay. So they want to kill Liliana. That's fine by me. And they just pass. Interesting. So they... This makes me think they have removal spell for Glissa. Or else they would have kept the Meatvolt's back to block. Because now we just get to kill Kiki Chiki. I think, however, we just start with Pink Buster. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, actually that allows us to attack with Chariot as well now. It's really good actually. With Kolaghan's command, I think I'm just gonna leave mana up though. And not make Scooz immediately a 4/4. I think that's probably just a bit too win more. Yeah, the one of Scooz doing work here, that was a good draw. Oh. Huh. Whoa, wait, that does nothing. What does that do? Oh. I see. That's a really interesting line. I didn't actually think they'd be able to do that. Huh. Well, okay. They're still taking a lot of damage, though. Oh no, they have push? Wow. Okay, well that sequencing really kind of punishes us. Holy. Jeez, wow. Huh. Wow. Yeah, that kind of punishes us for activating Chariot, but I think that was just a line. Looks like they're gonna pass. So I'm just gonna activate Scooz once here. I guess now I could activate it twice, right? I think so. If I had 1 mana, I wouldn't have activated it though. In case of Stomp. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's just attack with all. Yep. Yep. So yeah, definitely we're playing against a good player here. I think we definitely got lucky with them having to cycle Takenuma that one turn and hit nothing. But yeah, still a good player for sure, seems like. Okay, I guess I'll deal an extra damage. And this should put the nail in the coffin if I had to imagine. It's a really good draw. But yeah, Bankbuster definitely doing work. That's for sure. Okay, they concede. Nice, okay. It feels really good to get the match against Rakdos. We got some pretty hot draws coming up, yeah. So yeah, it feels really good. They did get a little unlucky, but you know, that's just magic. Happens to us too. So yeah, glad to get the win, and yeah, get the 2-1 right now. See you guys for the next match. Okay, here we are for match number 4. We are on the draw with, I think we're gonna have to mulligan this one. If we're up against like Lotus Field, then I wouldn't mind a hand like this, but in the dark, I'm not gonna keep this. Okay, this is a lot better. Keep, and then we're on the draw, so I don't feel entirely bad about putting back a land. I think it's either land or just the knight. Yeah, I'll put back knight. I'll play it safe. Ooh, okay. So it looks like mono blue spirits. I guess I will wait on the Thoughtseize. It's typically a tough matchup, especially if they have starts like this, for sure. Okay. I kind of just want to power word kill this. We get got by a spell pierce. But I think I want to go for it. Yep. Or just any counterspell. I guess this would be the worst one. Wow, yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, just perfect start from them, it seems. Yeah, I guess I have to go for Liliana here. Drawing second one makes me feel a bit more confident with that choice. But, oh, okay. Do they have like a rattle chains to, yeah, okay. So, still not the best with the Wanderer still being able to attack. Yeah, I think being on the draw just hurt us the most here. And yeah, they still attack us. Alright. Interesting. Okay. much take the second Curious Obsession. Then I guess we thought Seize again. No, then we're just pretty much dead if they go Spirit off the top, right? Five, six, seven. Well, we're not dead exactly. Still in pretty tough shape. I think we may just have to Liliana Edict. But yeah, just being on the draw, not drawing more than one removal, and then just the counterspell really got us for this one. Okay, let's play out all the spirits. Take 9. Okay. Okay, so post board. Let's see, I guess Power Word Kill. Kalidas. Extinction Event, maybe, but 4 mana with them having so many counterspells, it's not too ideal, in my opinion. I think I would probably want all Thoughtseizes still. Maybe something like this. Thirst Under good against their enchantments. Shadow not too ideal, but I think he's fine. Not sure if I want any copies of Duress. Probably not. Okay. Functional hand. Mulligans to 6. Okay, double 2-drop Shacklegeist. So I'll just take well, I'll take one of the 1-drops. This makes them more inclined to go double, or rather just single, play the Shacklegeist on turn 2 to open up our Liliana Edict the best. If we left them with the 2 1-drops, then they could have gone like turn 1 1-drop, turn 2 1-drop, leave up a counterspell of some sort. But now we get to pretty easily just Edict here. Kind of make them fall into the trap. Okay, just pass. That's great. Drawing land was nice there. Allows us to play Pack Leader and then hold up Decay. Decay, however, does not hit Faceless Haven because it specifies non-land. Brazen Borrower. So we get got by an Aether Gust, but I think I'm still passing here. I'm surprised they didn't bounce something that we had. It's a little confusing. They're still leaving up mana here. Okay, and they concede. Yeah, Decay being very premium removal against them. Very nice. Another reason why I like this over like more Terror Sunders or Power Word kills. Just extremely versatile in ways that you may not initially think. Okay, so on the draw, things are a bit more difficult. I don't think I want to make any changes though. I think we just run it back. Ooh. Yeah, not the most ideal hand. They keep 7, which is scary. Okay, you're gonna have to keep this, put back Kalidas. Okay, no turn 1/1 drop is nice. Getting 3rd land is also very nice. Okay. Okay, so no enchantment. Rattle chains. Shacklegeist slip out the back. So next turn, I am guessing they just play land and pass. So in that case, I think I just take the rattle chains. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Okay, Trophy was a fantastic draw. And I think I will just decay Shacklegeist now. Still trying to fade the top deck enchantment. Another decay was fantastic, wow. So I think we'd still just pass. They could have like a flash, like another rattle chains. I don't think there's a point in playing out the pack leader here. Okay, nothing. There's the second Faceless Haven. So I actually may want to decay this Sailor because it puts them off of being able to draw a card, and it wastes, quote unquote, a removal, but still 1-for-1s them. I think I'll still take my draw step though. Terror Sunder, okay. Okay, I'm still passing. Need to hit some lands, but at the moment we're not under too much pressure. If they draw a card here, then we could, yeah, decay. I think we decay instead of Trophy. Well, yeah, I'll decay. Activates Faceless Haven, okay. 4 cards in hand, they may be a little flooded. Knight. Well, I guess that is something we can play. Still leave up removal. Yeah, I feel like they're just floated out here. And as such, I think I will just trophy this. If we don't, we go down to 7. We can just threaten blocking it with a knight though next turn, which doesn't. We only get blown up by like a brazen borrower. It's pretty close. I think I'm gonna take it this turn. But going down to 7 is a little risky. They could also be holding up counter spells. Push was definitely nice as well. If we're not going to be drawing lands, then I do like Fatal Push. Okay, so just still playing lands, and they're passing now. Very interesting. Okay. I don't mind this. I think now could play out a pack leader pretty safely. I'll just keep passing. Really no point. I think once we begin drawing our lands, I'll feel a bit more comfortable doing that. Well, they're severely flooding out. I guess we're a little screwed on mana, but we're still functional. Glissa. I think I'm still passing. Yeah, I think I don't really mind this passing pattern. Okay, they apparently drew something other than land. That was a nice draw. So I'm thinking counter spells, rattle chains, brazen borrower. I think I'm still just gonna pass though. Okay, sure. Draws a card. It's a little problematic. I feel like I kind of have to fight over this. Well, I don't know. It's kind of difficult to do so. We really need to draw like a Thoughtseize. I actually may push now. I think I like doing this. Gains us like a life. They may actually just like draw and let this resolve. I think I actually will further fight over this. Okay. Quagmire. So I'm thinking we just slam Shieldred or go double pack leader. If we slam Shieldred, Brazen Borrower is very problematic. If we go double pack leader, do I feel like we can win from there? I'm not entirely sure. But they really just need exactly Brazen Borrower to interact with Shieldred. Yeah, I mean, with like the 2/2 flyer, we're really kind of not on the best resources. They could still have counter spells. Or rather, we're being pressured a lot. This is pretty difficult, though. So they need Lofty Denial exactly as a counterspell. I don't. Yeah, the Geistlight Snare doesn't do it. Spell Pierce doesn't do it. I'm feeling like Shieldred is gonna be the best choice. I'll go for it. Gonna feel really bad if they have bounce or counterspell, but dang, okay. Unfortunate. So now we need to draw, push, any removal. Yeah, that was really unfortunate that they had that. If we went double pack leader, then I guess they counter one of them, we're left with one, and then it's like still not the best decision or situation. Now we have to jump block. Ooh, yeah. Tough match. Oh wow, yeah. Now we're pretty dead. Okay, dang. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what we could have done different. I don't think going double pack leader was really a winning line. Let me know what you guys think. We did get pretty lucky drawing removal. Maybe having duress post board is an option that we may want to consider a bit higher. Maybe like overcards like Glissa, Trespasser that are just okay. Or I guess even pack leader. Terror Sunder, maybe not the best in having more than one. Yeah, pretty tough matchup. Yeah, always like playing this sort of deal. And definitely does not seem like a bad matchup for us. See you guys for match 5. Okay, here we are for match number 5. We're playing for the 3 and 2 up against Gigantha, which as of late typically means auras. We have a bit of a sketchy hand. We're on the draw with 2 playable cards. If we are up against auras, then this is not the best hand against them. But I think we are still supposed to keep. Especially with them going to 6, Thoughtseize seems really pretty important here. Oh, it's sacrifice, okay. Wow, I have a stacked hand, wow. I think I have to just take the Claim the Firstborn. Hope they don't draw 3 lands soon, because we do not have any removal. Oh, they played Den, okay. So they still have Sokenzen in hand. Okay, so the hand is Dispute, Devil, Sokenzen, so let's, do I want to go Pack Leader or Shadow? It's a little close. I think I'll just go Pack Leader. Yeah, they don't have a cat just yet, so I think this is fine. If they go Mayhem Devil and we draw land, untap land, then we're feeling really good. If not, then we're in pretty tough shape. Okay. Land. Okay. Yep, that definitely hurts. I don't think we play out a 2-drop either. It's pretty easy for them just to kill it right away with like Deadly Dispute, sack treasure token. Oh, yeah. I was worried about them having another creature. Now you really just need to draw like Decay, Power Word Kill, Trophy, land still. Just ultra punished here. Yeah, we can't even play out any of our 2-drops. Man. Just like gonna go after the pack leader. If we had push, then this would not be the worst, but we're in still pretty tough shape here. Yeah, just I don't know, maybe we were supposed to mulligan, but Fable. Okay, I'll just concede. Wow. So all of these cards like aren't the worst. What do we not want? Probably like pack leader. Just terrible against Claim the Firstborn. I think we still keep the Shadow on Skuzen though. Liliana also does not seem good. Do we want Shaper Sanctuary? Probably not. They only have push and like Mayhem Devil triggers. I think we do want the 3 Tear Sunders. Thrun probably isn't the best. Power Word Kill. Maybe. Bankbuster, maybe not. And do we just go like this? We're a bit heavy on 4-drops. But I think I like all these cards. Maybe Shieldred isn't the best, but I think I'll keep it like this. We are on the play. Okay, on the play, I think we have to keep this hand where all these cards are playable. I think I'll lead with just a knight. Not get fancy. Try to lead on Deathcap Glade tapped. I don't think that's too necessary. Can still leave up push next turn. The knight hasn't been too bad though, I will say that. Okay. Just push that. Man. Just not drawing much here. I feel like this hand we were supposed to definitely keep, but maybe last game's hand was more of a mulligan. But it's hard to assess that when we just like don't get rewarded for anything, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, there's a land. So I think we're just gonna run out the Trespasser. I think that's pretty free here. So I think we just definitely start by casting Decay. They most likely will kill the knight. No. What does that mean? Not really sure what that means. Strange. Do they have their own extinction event? I'm not sure. I feel like they wouldn't play that in their deck though. Okay. Another Mayhem Devil. Interesting. Pretty good hand from them. Thoughtseize. Okay. So actually it's only a sorcery. Really just want to draw land there to go Tear Asunder on the Devil. But I guess in that case we could just, well, we could start by attacking with the Knight. Yeah. They are at 11. So if we pump this up, they take 5, go down to 6. This will become a 3-4. I think we're still supposed to just have them take it here. They could have like a push anyways. Now we could thought she is. Okay. I guess now a sacrifice outlet, but it's still like a scary card. And then, yeah, just go shadow. It's not the best against Mayhem Devil, but I think we're still supposed to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just leaving up Terror Sender is better. Okay, so they drew Cliffs. I think they just go after the shadow first, yeah. Double Mayhem Devil, definitely a pain. And do it again, okay. Sure, it's fine. So they still just have Takenuma and then one unknown in hand. The Harvester doesn't do anything now in terms of killing our creatures. Next turn, if we draw on top land, we could go Terror Sender. And then swing in. Looks like they're just gonna pass though. No, they're paying for something? No, okay. They attack with Harvester. Wow. And sacrifice it. Huh, they don't sacrifice the treasure token. I guess that makes sense. They get another treasure token, then ping, kill the knight. Interesting. So Takenuma, 2 unknowns in hand. They just put Chikantha into hand, they could still do that. Oh, they have a push as well though. Oh wow. Yikes. Yep. If they have a second thing to... Okay, I was gonna say if they had a second thing to cast there, that would have been pretty crazy. Yeah. I think we do just... Well, we don't have to do it yet. They have 1 unknown in hand. I think we just pass. So I think I'm actually going to take the 3 damage. Fable. That was a good one. That's a really good one. I think now we have to Terror Sender the Mayhem Devil. Yeah, I don't know, it's tough. They've just kind of had everything for us here. Discards Fatal Push and Oven. Okay, so 2 fresh cards in hand. If they could just like start killing us with Den of the Bugbear though. Okay, they just still attack. I think I probably should have put this pathway on green. Not that it matters too much. Yep, Gigantha. Okay. Well, that's something. Yep, that is definitely something. So that allows us to play this out, and then next turn, hopefully they just play out their Gigantha, and then we can Extinction Event, get rid of their Reflection and Gigantha. Do need them to brick just a bit here though. Gonna attack, so that means they have a push. That's interesting. I guess I just take it for now. Okay. So last card seems to be a push. Swamp. Okay. And then still no attacks. If we think they have push. Yeah, we're with their creature lands, we still kind of have to hold back here, I think. I don't think we could race them. Yeah. Yeah, just that push in hand is quite good. Yeah, if they're still attacking, I think now I'm just gonna block with the cat token. And then I'll go like this. So if they push one, then the goblin still dies. Ah, man. Just stop taking lands. I mean, maybe they're flooded out as well, but if we had a man land, then we would be in pretty good shape. Or even a Field of Ruin. Would definitely not mind that. Definitely need to draw like another Chariot, Shieldred, something. Yeah, now they're just gonna start attacking. I mean, if they bluffed having that Fatal Push, then it's good for them, but it would be pretty insane. Man. Jeez. Yeah, that just kills us. We can't crew. Can't activate layer, yeah. Jesus. Ask them if they had push, but yeah, man. That definitely really kind of sucks there. Getting the 2-3. Man. We'll wait for them to respawn, but yeah, just kind of flooded out there. I mean, Rakdos Sacrifice is definitely a bad matchup. I think I would play mid-range over it pretty much any day. We're still not seeing mono green. Yeah, okay, well, I'll see you guys in the wrap-up. Okay, so some more tough luck in this league. The deck felt pretty good. We won against Rakdos and mono black mid-range, then lost against also Rakdos, Spirits, and Rakdos Sacrifice. I feel like I definitely want some more utility in the mana base. I think we could find a way to squeeze some more utility by. I kind of want to be trimming maybe a pack leader or something like that, just because the mana restrictions are pretty bad, and given that the format is a bit slower, and just like push is such a good card, I'm not sure if we really want this many 2-drops, because they're just quite susceptible to those types of things. But I don't know. I think technically speaking, we're still supposed to keep it in, as it makes our top end that much better. If the opponent is focused on removing our 2-drops, yeah, I don't know. The tough luck again. Like I think like we had some pretty bad opening hands that we had to deal with. I feel like we dealt with them pretty well. What the last match, game 1, I feel like we could have mulliganed in the dark. Would have loved to play against Auras, but it was unfortunately sacrificed. So I guess given that information, probably should have mulliganed. But we had like 2 lands, Thoughtseize, removal, and then like a bunch of 3 and 4 drops. So maybe in the dark we are supposed to mulligan. They also mulliganed that game 1 as well. So maybe we're just supposed to even it out in that case. I don't know though. I did like the split removal though. I think that it does make sense to do this, kind of have more of a diversity of removal, and then I suppose as well a diversity of threats. The shadows were pretty decent. They weren't like impressive by any means, but I think they're still a keep. And then in the off chance we come across mono green, then they're going to be very nice. So don't mind that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what to feel like. Again, we're just like 2-3ing into oblivion, even with given our quote-unquote bad variants. If we do identify it as that, I'm not really sure if this deck is good or not. Like, I don't know, let me know what you think. A lot of people have been having success with this deck, or at least configurations like it, but it's not really been serving me well, pretty much, which kind of sucks. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below about what you think about the deck list and play patterns and how variance plays around in it, because I'm pretty curious to see your opinion of it. Nonetheless, though, I think I will see you in the next one. I think I did like the sideboard. I don't know about the sanctuaries though. I think I might just cut this, and then Kalidas is maybe a bit too cute in the sideboard. Yeah, other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.